idea by seeing the buckets of ice and water. Yes, this is going to be a great, big, giant ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. The Buff State Campus Leader ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, by the way. We're here to support one of our own, Dr. Terry Stefan Haynes, Director of the Weigel Health Center. That's right, she's very familiar with ALS. She lost her husband in 2010 to this horrible disease, and her sister-in-law has lost her battle with ALS last August. Also, if I could throw in there, I personally have an aunt currently battling ALS. So for those that are very familiar with this horrible disease, it's devastating. It's terrible, but it's great that we have an awesome thing like the Ice Bucket Challenge to raise awareness for everybody who never knew that this disease even existed until we all started pouring buckets of ice over our heads. So this is great. They have raised so much money in just the last month alone. And to support those who continue to struggle with this terrible disease, we've all come together as a community to raise funds for ALS Therapy Development Institute, that's ALS TDI. ALS TDI is one of the leading groups performing research to find the cause and cure of ALS. Let's hear it for all of these brave campus leaders who are going to get dunked before you today. Before we get that started, we have a few words from the Vice President for Student Success. Everybody, he's also getting dunked too, by the way. Everybody give it up for Danny Velez, by the way.
I'm the Associate Vice President for Student Success, and I just want to echo what Shy Guy Sean said. And, you know, we're doing this for a cause. Let's remember that the Ice Bucket Challenge is really here to raise awareness. It's also to raise funds, but also to raise awareness of those who've been horribly afflicted by ALS. And I'd like to thank Dr. Terry Stefan Haynes for being brave, being here and allowing us to share her story and you know, as a community and come together. I'm going to turn it over to our Dean of Students, someone else who's been very instrumental in pulling today off.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Shy Guy. Thanks, everyone, for being out here today. On behalf of our President, Conway Turner, Vice President for Student Affairs, Hal Payne, all of the campus administration that came out to support and raise funds for ALS. We've raised over $1,000 today in cash and pledges. And we thank you for coming here to watch us get wet for ALS. This is a caring community at Buffalo State, and your being here shows how much you care. And we greatly appreciate your support of the families. We want to honor those who have passed and care for those who are struggling with this disease. And with your contributions, here in the bucket today and in the future, we challenge all of you to help support research for ALS to find a cure, to take away the fear, and let this disease come to an end. And now, what we've been waiting for. I was going to go to the bathroom.
How many are excited to see not only just the Dean of Students, but everybody here getting dunked with ice water? Before we get this going, raise your hands if any of you have done your own Ice Bucket Challenge up until now. See, that's great. That's almost half the crowd, if not more than half the crowd. That's great. Thank you, everybody, for doing that. Real quick, before we're about to dump everybody, I do want to recognize those that you do see sitting down here that are taking the plunge right here. As you already met, Danny Velez, Associate Vice President for Student Success, and Charles Kenyon, Dean of Students. Also, let's hear it for Ashley Sutherland, President of USG. Azaria Cornel, President of IGA. Jerry Boyes, Director of Intercollegiate Athletics. Tim Walsh, Associate Vice President of College Relations. Sarah Velez, Director of the Campbell Student Union and Advisor to USG. Kristen Catalano, Assistant Director for Activities and Greek Life. Andrea Chiari, Distinguished Teaching Professor. Yannick Jenkins, Director of EOP. And the one that I really can't wait for, Manny Lazama, Director of Dining Services. He's got the charm walls, y'all. Everybody ready? I want to make sure that we get you while you're ready and that you're prepared and everything. All right, I think we had to fill the bucket with ice like 3 times because it kept melting. On the count of 3, When I say 3, you guys are going to dunk it. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. By the way, for those of you who do want to donate that might not have taken the pledge today, checks will be accepted. You can see Sarah Velez or Kristen Catalano. They can be made out to ALS CDI. You can also donate online at als.net. You're welcome, by the way, for making this on a very beautiful day for all of you that got drunk.